Hey, basement dwellers, welcome to another episode of Southern Utah Thunderbirds Dynasty. All right, we are going to do a little game here on Southern Utah Dynasty, a pick'em game. First of all, 10 games will be revealed during the preview episode of every week. That would be this episode. You have until I upload the full game upload to make your picks. Make your picks in the comment section of the game preview, which would be this one, and the game preview in every other week. Pick both the winner and the final score of each game. Final scores are revealed in the game recap upload of every game. And for scoring, 2 points for picking the correct winner, 5 points for the correct winner and margin of victory, and 15 points for the correct winner and the exact final score. All right, the first week of pick'ems. The first game, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons and the Boston College Eagles. Both teams come into this one at 1-0. BC is a B- overall. Wake is a C+. Wake is averaging 24 points a game. BC 17. Herbie's got BC, and I have Wake Forest winning this one 23-21. The next game, the Navy Midshipmen and the Indiana Hoosiers. Looks like Herbie has Navy. Indiana's a B- overall. Navy's a C+. Offenses and defenses for both teams are B-. Indiana's the only one that's played so far. My pick is the Indiana Hoosiers 38 and Navy 31. The next game, the Marshall Thundering Herd and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Marshall comes in at 1-0. Virginia Tech is 0-1. Herbie is picking the Thundering Herd. I think Herbie's a little bit crazy. Virginia Tech is a B+ across the board. Marshall's a C+ overall. I am going with Virginia Tech 45-23 at home against Marshall. Next game, the Houston Cougars and the Temple Owls. Herbie has the Cougars. Houston's ranked number 10. They're a B+. Temple is a B-. Both teams have played. Both teams are 1-0. Houston has scored 31 points a game. Temple 17. My pick is the Cougars at 28-10. All right, the next game, the New Mexico State Aggies and the Georgia State Panthers. Both teams are a C offensively. NMSU is a C-. They're a D+ defensively, and in my opinion, that defense is what will cost them the game in this one. I'm going with Georgia State 31-20. Next up, the Washington State Cougars and the USC Trojans. USC is 1-0, ranked number 15. Washington State is 0-1. USC a B+, Washington is a B. Herbie's got the Trojans, and I think Herbie's right on this one. USC has the defense to stop Washington State's offense. USC wins this one 29-16. Florida at Miami. Florida coming in at number 25. They're a B+. Miami's a B overall. Miami, this will be their season opener. Florida won last week, scoring 24 points. Herbie's got the Canes, and I'm with him. I'm going Canes 20, Gators 17. All right, the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia ranked number 24. Both teams come into this one between the hedges at 0-1. Georgia's a B+. Their offense and defense is better. I just think they're overall a better team. But I'm going with the upset in this one. South Carolina 30, Georgia 26. West Virginia at Oklahoma. Oklahoma ranked number 3 in the country. They're an A+ offensively, A- defensively. Scored 45 points in the first week. Put up 463 yards, but West Virginia's no slouch. They put up 501 yards in their first week victory. But I'm going with the Oklahoma Sooners, 40-28 over West Virginia. And the final pick'em game of this week, the game of the week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Michigan Wolverines. We'll have highlights of this one in the recap. Michigan is an A. Notre Dame is a B. It is in the big house. Michigan 35 points in week 1. Notre Dame 14 and an upset loss to Temple. Michigan's winning this one 24-17. All right, on to our game. It's year 1, game 2 of our Southern Utah Dynasty. Our home opener against the North Texas Mean Green. North Texas is a C overall. We're D's across the board. Offensive rating, North Texas is a C. Defensive rating is C+. This will be North Texas's opener. And we obviously played last week against New Mexico State. A quick look at the North Texas Mean Green. They have a 2-5 bowl record. They're in Conference USA. The last time they won a conference championship was 2004, and that would have been in the Sun Belt Conference. And a quick look at us. All time, we're 0-1 as an FBS team. just last week. And our leaders, Aaron Cantu, 24 of 37, 163 yards rushing. Rayshawn Martin, 77 yards. We're going to try to get him the ball a little bit more this week. Fa'atu Ma'ola, 4 catches for 62 yards in week 1. Browning had 9 tackles. Quick look at the North Texas Mean Green now. Guys that we need to watch for. Kenny Byers, number 31, a senior wide receiver, 5'11", 185 pounds. He's got great acceleration, and I like his jumping ability. It's not spectacular jumping ability, but it could be enough against our underwhelming cornerbacks. As you see him here against UTEP, going up and getting the ball downfield and taking the punishment and holding on to the football. So that is Kenny Byers, number 31. Here we see him in the snow against Middle Tennessee. Kind of an ill-advised throw clear across the field, but they come up with the touchdown. The right tackle, number 59, Trey Keenan, is their best offensive lineman. He's a pretty strong dude. Awareness is 85. Overall, he's not nearly as good as New Mexico State center was, but he will be our toughest matchup on the outside, as you see him here against Middle Tennessee. Pretty solid pass blocker. And the running back is Jeffrey Wilson, number 26, a 6', 195-pound junior. Don't look for him to drop the ball. He's an 85 carrying. That's pretty good. He probably won't be able to force many fumbles from him. Awareness is 85. I like that. He's got a good stiff arm, spin move, and juke move. He's going to be hard to take down. Not the best pass blocker in the world and not the best receiver out of the backfield either. But Jeffrey Wilson, considering how poorly we stopped the run last week against New Mexico State, he will be a handful for us, no question, even though he's not the top running back in the country. Definitely enough to challenge us. Doesn't really have breakaway speed or acceleration. He's, pretty much an average running back, but an average running back is a pretty good running back against our poor running defense. Strong safety, Keyshawn McLean, 5'11", 201-pound junior. He's number 23. Overall, he's an 86. Those numbers all the way across the board up in the 80s. Good man and zone coverage. 88 on pursuit, 88 play recognition. So you got to watch out for him. He's not going to be fooled on too many play actions. Pretty good leaping ability. So, overall, he's a guy we're going to have to worry about. Fred Scott, the linebacker, awareness is 90, play recognition 88. Other than that, he doesn't have anything that jumps off the page at you. He's a 5'11", 233-pound senior. Looks like just a smart dude, probably in the right places most of the time. Hit power is 80. Again, nothing that really jumps out off the page at you in this one, but their best linebacker. Overall, North Texas is a much more balanced team than New Mexico State was, and probably a better team. All right, we're going to finish this episode with a quick look at the top 25 going into the week. Alabama, Clemson, Oklahoma, Florida State, LSU, Ohio State, Michigan, Stanford, Tennessee, and Houston are the top 10. UCLA, Iowa, Louisville, TCU, and USC, 10 through 15. Oklahoma State, North Carolina, Washington, Notre Dame comes in at number 19. Boise State breaks into the polls at number 20. Baylor at 21. Oregon 22. Ole Miss 23. Georgia 24. And Florida number 25. Michigan State dropped out of the polls. We don't have any of our opponents in the others receiving votes. And Houston is the only one of our opponents in the top 25. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you with this week's Pick'em games. You can pause the screen here, make your picks in the comment section, and we'll tally up your points after I upload the full game and before I upload the recap. And the recap is where I'll get you all the results. So year 1, game 2, Pick'em games. Let me know what you guys think. Throw down your predictions, and we'll see how they go. And wait for the full game, North Texas at Southern Utah.